Last time, the gang had to make a quick stop at Interdimensional Customs, and they made it through with little delay. They then made their way to the blue monolith and found a parking spot. Upon entering, they ring a bell on the lobby desk and they are knocked out by gas. They awake in the astral plane in front of 4 doors. They enter one and inside is Jude, Isaac's sister. She screams at him, telling him he's supposed to be dead, and in her rage she turns into a monster and a fight breaks out. After defeating Jude, the gang is sent back to the astral plane to console Isaac. Witness the thrilling conclusion of Exit the Guncheon now. Exit the Guncheon contains themes not suitable for all audiences. Themes such as self-harm, mental illness, death, gore, child endangerment, and the feeling of utter meaninglessness in a cruel and callous universe. There's also swears. If you're uncomfortable with any of those subjects, this may not be the show for you. Additional content warnings can be found in the description. If you're sticking along for the ride, enjoy. Never was.
Oh, never was back. I forgot. I always forget. It's been gone.
Wyatt's gonna kneel before Isaac and kind of put his hand on his shoulder, like, you all right, buddy? I know that was a lot back there.
Do you think that was actually Jude?
Of course not. Did your sister ever have 4 arms and all of that grossness? I mean...
Not that I ever saw, but she did have really bad bedhead.
Yeah, her hair was kind of whack, wasn't it?
It was. She
You
cut
okay?
it herself.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot.
I'll be okay. Let's just go. Let's just keep going.
All right, just let me know if you need anything, man.
Thanks.
Wyatt will stand up and be very bummed he doesn't have a softball bat in his hand.
I'm gonna say
As he approaches.
I want to see what the back of George's head door does. Maybe we have
So
to
you
fight
would like
George.
to enter the blue door next?
Yeah, as we see it. You said it was at a theater, right? Or it was like in front of a crowd, you say?
You are on a stage outside, but there is a crowd in like an amphitheater.
Interesting.
And that's where we're going next.
Let's take a look.
Step through, and once again, the room begins to swirl around you as the scene changes. And as the scene changes, you begin to hear the sound of this crowd chanting and screaming and whooping and hamming and hawing. And once again, what was the back of George's head? Basically, George takes the place of himself in the scene, and you guys are kind of off to the side, looking at him on stage in front of this audience. And you see it appears to be a bunch of cult members, but the robes that they're wearing are not like yours. They are very different, but everybody is still wearing the same sort of garb. And you see George, again, like stepping into this like first person
Was I like
perspective
mid-sentence
of
or
where you
anything?
are. So no, you weren't speaking, but as soon as you become fully enveloped in this character or this version of yourself, the chanting begins to change. What was sort of just like nonsensical and vast and just all kinds of things changes. And you hear them saying 3 words repeatedly. They are chanting, artifacts, destroy, kill. Artifacts, destroy, kill. Artifacts, destroy, kill. And you kind of feel in your mind they are asking you for a command. They are asking you which of these do you command of us? And you have the power to decide.
Good people, please. Are they still chanting or are they quiet down at all?
Yes, they'll still chant, but yes, as you begin to speak, they'll kind of like, artifacts, destroy, kill. Artifacts, destroy, kill.
I
Like,
know
in
you wait
anticipation.
patiently for command, and I implore you to please look within yourself. You know the duty ahead of you. You believe in something that you have seen, something in the night, something has come to you, a vision, a dream. I'd like to use my ability,
Yes.
intuition.
Yes.
And you tell me the scope of what I'd like to know. If I command them, are artifacts. If I give them the artifacts command word, what are they going to? What is the proceed?
What is going to happen is dependent on what you command them to do. You only have the one option. So of these 3 things, there will be a different result for each, and each one of them will give you an answer that directly correlates to the end of the game.
So using intuition, I would just like to, I guess I would like to know. So what you're saying is, like, I can't, like, I'm trying to figure out what is going to happen if I give the artifacts command, but you're saying, just generally speaking, I can intuit that one of the 3 commands is going to give some kind of.
All 3 of the commands will give you a look at what the end of the game could be.
People, he wants a glimpse. I think I know it's gonna have to be artifacts. It's gonna have to be artifacts. Though I wanna see destroy as well. I want to see destroy as well. I want to know.
I guess.
I guess I'll say, come acolytes. and Angelo, Wyatt, Isaac, please. Good people, we must consult the elders.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna pull you guys up here onto the stage here. We're gonna turn about and whisper. Hey guys, I think we're gonna get something good here. I know it's a trial in order to get the blue artifact, but we don't really know what's gonna happen once we retrieve all these artifacts. I'm really concerned about the state of the Guncheon, really the state of reality as we know it. We know the Guncheon isn't all that there is.
George, I have no idea what any of these commands are going to be able to show us, so I'd be okay with relying on what you think will happen. I'd be curious also to know if you chose the kill command, if it'll show who gets killed.
From my basic intuition, I get the understanding we're talking about the creator of the Guncheon, the Gunchpot. I'm concerned that if Gunchpot remains, and is unkilled or is left alive, he may retain control over the Guncheon and we may be trapped in it forever. We could the destroy command has me thinking perhaps destroying the Guncheon itself. Or does that destroy us or does that free us? I'm not sure. And look, this is a place of unimaginable power. With the artifact command, does that give us some sort of control over the Guncheon? Would that be a life we'd like to live? I guess I need to know, where do your loyalties lie? Are we trying to destroy? Are we trying to unseat the Gunchpot or whatever?
Number one goal is the artifacts. That's my vote.
And Isaac, what?
I really want to go home now. I just want to see my mom and my dad. And I don't know. I mean, does Artifact give us the artifact? Does Artifact... It's so impossible to know, but I feel like Artifact is the safest choice. I mean, destroy, if it destroys the Guncheon and we're in it and that destroys us, that's bad. If kill is kill everyone, that includes us, and that's bad. But Artifact doesn't seem like it has a deadly consequence. But I guess I don't really know what the artifacts do.
I'll give the order, and he'll turn around and he'll stand. His arms to his side. Good people, I've heard your chants. I've heard your questioning. It is time to reveal the power of the artifacts.
As soon as you declare your command, all of them erupt in an enormous cheer and applaud. And as their cheers ring through every single cultist in this sea of thousands, their eyes begin to glow white, emitting a vibrant, shining light that all culminate in the center above all of their heads, creating a hologram of sorts, a physical light manifestation of a vision. This vision shows the three artifacts: the green, the blue, and the red. The projection shows them merging into one, sealing themselves together, and then the vision cuts. You see the Gunchpot breaking through back into the Guncheon, into this reality, free of his chains, and he begins to consume. You watch him as he consumes the Guncheon and the outside universe in which you came from. And then the vision cuts, and you return to the trial room.
I know, you know how there are some other activities that can cause you to regain sanity?
Mm-hmm.
Is, doing something related to my goal and dream at all relating to me regaining
I'd
back
say
any
so.
sanity?
I think there might have been a little ego boost there that probably could have regained you some sanity. With the goal and dream character creation, I think they are pretty close to that. So yeah, I could give you a D10 for that.
Ho-ho!
Seems very
Yes,
like your dreams realized in a sense, and I think that might have gone to your head a little bit.
A little. So upon return, look, and that is one sanity regained. Hey, and no, it doesn't matter what die you roll. Okay, 1 is 1. We are 1. Okay, look, that vision, we all saw that. Yes. The ultimate destruction. It looks like uniting these artifacts will replace Gunchpot back in this realm. I'm not sure if it's our place to bring him back. You saw the destruction that it unleashed. And notice as well, the black stone was not with the other 3. It clearly has some kind of, I don't know. What do you make of this?
We can't merge those stones. As tempting as it is to fulfill this, prophecy with the Gunpot and all of that, and free asking for everybody, I don't think it's worth that much destruction.
Then we're left with 2 options. I presume the other 2 visions. If only we could go back. The destroy, which in this current time leads me to believe destroying the artifacts, or kill, and I imagine that's the Gunchpot themselves. We don't have to make a decision now, but keep it in the back of your mind. Angelo, you've got the black stone. That one might be necessary for destruction of the others. And remember, every use has a cost, so whoever destroys the artifacts, they may lose something. So let's make the robot do it. No, just kidding. Because
Make the
JK.
the little kid.
It was quite literally what I was thinking as you were going. I was like, and it's going to be Isaac. It's going to be the little boy.
You did telepathy with it. No, we'll see. I mean, so look, that's going to be a heavy decision. We don't have to make it now, but keep it in your mind. And shall we continue with the trials?
There's two doors left.
One trial
the blue
closer.
door
There
and
was
the black door.
the vision of the
Okay, so-
Gunchpot
Oh,
and the
boy.
black door, and then the vision of what was in the black door or the blue door. I mean, we saw.
So you were the blue door. Sorry. So it's the red door and the black door. Which the red door was you see the boy on the slab with cultists surrounding him.
What was the black one?
The black
Gunchpot.
door is you see the Gunchpot.
Okay.
Maybe we can get some answers there, especially about.
Well, I mean, we have to do all of them, so we might as well just go into
You
the closest
see
one.
Wyatt's form shift back into Jesse's, and he actually goes towards the red door.
All right.
And-
I'm going to follow Jesse to the red door.
Let's go. We were kind of at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, we were like, let's go.
Isaac is
Okay.
dragging his feet. And he's
on,
the
Isaac.
last one to enter here.
Well, the room shifts around you once again, and again, you see a boy on a table. And you are sort of watching this from not necessarily a bird's eye view, but definitely like from the outside, a third-person perspective of this event, looking down over it. You're in a dark room that is candlelit, and there is a bunch of these cultists in your similar robes, cult members of the Gunchpot cult, standing around the circle, and you see Isaac on this stone slab. And basically the order of operations here that you see is one of the cultists who is wielding a knife lifts up their arm. As their hood falls back, it reveals Jude, who plunges the knife into Isaac's chest, carves him open, and places the red gem inside of his chest. Again, from this sort of third-person vantage that you have, you see what you can only imagine is his soul leaving his body. And Isaac, you have to face this reality now, seeing it with everybody there. So you are going to roll on the mental trauma table yourself here. So you'll be taking a D66,
Damn.
and while you do that, I'm going to type this out to you.
How dare you?
Do not pass
How
go.
dare you make them roll, you son of a bitch. They had enough trauma as it is. We just beat their sister. to
Yeah,
death.
that was.
And then you're doing this to this kid. What is wrong with you, sir?
We're earning that warning. We're earning.
That's going to be
We've-
a 14.
We are going to be the model. For that.
Nothing happens. So you are going to take a D20 of sanity,
Well,
but no other adverse effects.
throwing those D20 sanities around, dude. The difference between a 17 and a 5 on that is
massive, life-changing, in fact.
Yeah.
12. Yeah. I'm not a very literal person. Don't understand.
You didn't kill them.
Holy fuck. You guys have to stop being so funny. It's not allowed.
No.
What the fuck
What's
am I
that
doing?
sanity law?
Oh yeah, I had to take sanity.
All of it, apparently.
We're having fun here.
Yeah, we're having fun. It's fine.
I got
I take
one
a 12.
sanity.
12 sanity damage.
Well, sanity damage. Hurrah! I also sent you a message.
Tell us
Don't
what it
read
is.
it.
Tell us what it is.
It's a trap.
Yay!
Say
It's a
it.
trap.
It's more sanity damage.
I think Isaac has to make the choice to tell you or not.
I think I just want to know, so I'm good. Tell me. I won't tell anyone.
Since we're from this outside perspective, we're not able to influence the.
No,
the
you
whole
are
thing, right? We're
basically
just
watching
witnesses.
a little rerun. You intuit this is what happened. You're witnessing Isaac's origins here.
Right. Yeah.
And that's all there is to see, really. So the room shifts back, and the black door is all that remains. And Isaac, you are sitting there, kind of broken.
So when she said that I was supposed to be dead, that's what she meant. That's what am I?
You're our friend, Isaac.
Weeping instantly, just weeping for the rest of it. No more words, just crying a lot.
Yeah, I don't think
And,
we're gonna. I don't think. Yeah, I think
I'm
Isaac-
going to crouch down and I'm going to embrace Isaac. I've
Jesse
never-
would have already dove and gotten close to him. Like, hey, bud, it's okay.
Everyone who embraces Isaac can recover a D20 of sanity.
That's fucked up that you said that, because I was actually gonna go the other way and just kind of not as a rejection of Isaac, but just like as a moment to process. Like that. Like I was gonna.
No,
I
that's
w-
fine. That's fine.
He's gonna
don't need it.
Like he might.
Yeah,
might
you just
shed
had a D10. What do you need it for?
Might the massive the biggest detail. No, fair, true, and I'm not gonna power game it and go back for it, but I just think he was trouble occult practices like that are trouble him. Like he's a believer, so when he sees something like that, it disturbs him and so he's gonna step away and just kind of look down and just take a moment.
I'm so mad I'm Jesse and not Wyatt at this point. It would have been really good.
I'll take some sanity back though, or probably I don't think it would be fair to gain any sanity back from.
Does
from any
Isaac
part
also
of
get
this.
sanity back, or is this just for everyone
yes,
else?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, you do. You do.
He gets 20 D20s.
You're feeling the love of your friends, even though for Jesse it might be more of a I don't really know you, but that is fucked up.
No,
it's
that's literally
a human, just like a human response.
human to human. That was fucked up,
Jesse
bro.
and Isaac, the first person that Jesse chill
Yeah.
with
was Isaac, right?
For sure.
That's,
Yeah.
And there's a lot of context that Jesse got that Wyatt still doesn't have. So there's that too.
Well,
Oh yeah, so somebody's gonna have to tell him.
here's the thing.
Can't be Isaac.
It's Wyatt can infer
Yeah.
with this whole thing, because I'd like to think it's
George
like
will tell you.
Jesse's the face right now, and then Wyatt's like just yelling in his ear, but
It's
he's not really paying attention.
trapped in there.
Yeah, it's like muffled and stuff. You can't identify. And then when Wyatt's at the forefront, then Jesse's kind of like giving him this stuff. Yeah, almost like
What,
the
did Jesse recover any sanity?
46.
Yeah, he got 10 just for popping up, just for showing face, man. He got 10 sanity. Meanwhile, Wyatt's like at 30. Yeah, this thing is shit, actually.
Did Isaac get any back? Any good?
Yeah, I rolled an 18, so
Swag.
Frick yeah.
big swag. He was like, "This is my new family now." So,
Robo
These
voice
guys
on.
won't stab me.
oh fuck, I hit a button.
That one had some reverb on it.
Propeller hat starts twirling on Isaac's head. I hit a button. Just shit just starts going.
Is there anything else to say?
It's Jesse, not Wyatt.
And after,
so.
I think that there's fully like a few minutes that you guys might just like be sitting
Yeah.
in silence trying to console.
So, I mean, George will walk back over. Look, Isaac, I'm sorry you had to see that.
Thanks. It's better to know, right? I guess.
I'll tell you this.
I just don't know what to do.
Well, we've been given a chance here in this realms to do something that no other mortal can claim to do. Your situation, though, dire, is just as much as ours. And as Angelo said, we're your friends. We'll make this decision together, though this does complicate things. The red stone as well, it was embedded into your... Have you any connection with it? We know that the stones have some ability.
I think it's my stone. I think we all have a stone, and I think. Do you remember that my tattoo was glowing red?
It didn't occur to me till now, but yes.
Yeah, I think that that's what it means. Because yours was blue, right? So I think that the blue gem is yours. It belongs to you, and I think that the red gem would then belong to me. And that's kind of all I know.
Did we see any other glowing with the other
So
tattoos?
what I as the implication, I guess I could have been a little bit more direct in the message I sent you, is that you know, oh my god.
You get to play Goober
Dash
Dash in Discord.
Yeah, Goober
Goober
Dash.
Dash.
Shout out
Jesus
to Goober
Christ.
Dash.
I just come out of nowhere.
No, I didn't mean to open Goober Dash in
Jump
Discord.
scare.
Not sponsored. No, so Isaac, you intuit that you are in possession of the red gem, and that the 1-to-1, or that maybe like the connection there, it's part of you. Like whatever happened here is part of you, and whatever it is, is linked to your tattoo, like you said.
Yeah, I think I am the red gem. Maybe I think that might be the best way to say what I kind of understood to be about the red gem, is that I am the red gem.
Well, in the vision where the gems were combined, it was separated from you. So there's another mark in that column as to a reason why we can't go through that path.
Yeah, I when you guys were talking about when the cop was talking about me being a toy, that's because I don't have that body anymore, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe it's with that body? If the vision put it in the chest of that body, then maybe it's in there?
Here, Isaac, let me see. And just opens up. No,
I
just
don't
kidding.
want to be
wouldn't-
naked.
Okay, sorry. You're right.
A lot
That's
has
a boundary.
happened to me today. Can I not be naked also?
You're right. My apologies. Yes. So we have 2 more doors. It's about time we...
Just one, just the one.
Yeah, just the black, right?
Oh,
With the
alright.
Gunchpot in it. So we did our group huddle. I took some sanity back,
Yes.
and we're ready to go.
Onward. And
All right.
I'll open the Gunchpot door.
Yeah, entering into the final door of the trial, you will see you are in orbit around your planet, and you are watching the Gunchpot, who is larger than you have seen him at this point. Again, you've now seen him in person, as well as a representation that was even larger, and now at this scale that is literally beyond the scale of your planet, almost eclipsing the solar system surrounding it. And you see, as it grabs your planet in its tentacly white palm and begins to eat it like an apple. And as it does, you see from the surface of the planet explosions. You can hear the screams of an entire world being devoured, and you see like nukes being launched and hitting the surface of the creature's skin as they just kind of on the surface and do basically nothing, and you are unable to do anything to stop it. Once it is done feeding, leaving nothing behind in the vacuum that was your planet, it continues. It grabs the space like a napkin and wipes its mouth with the stars as it continues then to consume beyond what is not only just the physical world around you, but it begins to consume the essence of the universe itself until every planet, every star is consumed into nothingness. And the universe that it was consuming simply isn't anymore. But a bright light begins to appear as you see from another expanded view. You're shot out, and you're seeing your universe. You intuit that is your universe, and it's okay. You don't really understand how or what or why that means, but you see your entire universe after this destruction and this chaos is stillness and life. And then you snap back to the room. And not only do you snap back to the room, but you snap back to your bodies. And you are in the lobby of the building, and the blue gem is on the floor next to you.
George will walk over. Look, I'll hang on.
You
to
only
this
have one arm left, George. Be careful.
That's right. I'll limit the powers. Can we trust these visions we've been having? That's the only. I put a lot of credence into dreams, but dreams come from within, and these aren't the same. I'm not sure.
I mean, this is what we're being told, though.
Can we act on any other information? Let's pick up the blue gem and the blue artifact, and now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't think.
Going to?
Are you picking it up, George?
I'll grab it.
Okay. So you feel a very similar surge of power that went through you as you picked up the Blackstone, surged through you once again. However,
oh yikes!
This is what you feel, and this is the connection the stone makes in your mind.
This is the text that I get.
This is the text that you get
From a non-existent cell phone.
Which definitely doesn't scan apps.
Yep. It's just old Razor flip phones. The cameras don't even work.
It's just the Boost Mobile, Nokia.
When you say from nothing, like just from will, no, like just
yes,
then I'm gonna try and use it, and I'm just gonna flex out my
Okay.
arm and try and
do a little empathy roll.
Okay. And I have a. Do you want me to say what I'm trying to do, or
Wait till you succeed or fail.
I'll just lie then? But I've already tried that once. I know I can get away with it. That's 2 successes on the green and red die, and the brown. So such for specificity, the brown, gold, and gray dies are not successes. I'm not gonna push. I think that's.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
have
fine.
enough sanity to risk
So
this.
what are you attempting to do?
I'm trying to have the visual of my arm attached to my shoulder.
Okay, so you do that as you wield the stone. A blue, sort of ghostly apparition of your arm appears and fills in the gaps perfectly what it was before. I mean, you know it like the back of your hand, right? So you are creating a recreation, an image of your hand or your entire arm, and it's
yeah. So yeah, I said look,
feel it. It's tangible. Your feeling returns. You can like touch it, and like it still has this blue sheen to it that you can see through a little bit, but it is still there.
This stone appears to be the reverse of the other. Appears we have some power to create. It's something to do with the astral realm, and yeah, it can create. I'm not sure where the original source of energy is. I'm not a physicist, so I don't know how this is possible, but here it is.
Okay, so the black stone destroys and the blue stone creates.
Yes.
All right, perfect. Well, that's a nice brand new arm you have there. It's all shiny and.
Thanks. You wanna test it out?
Yeah, go for a high five.
And how do we do? Other than
high five is contact. Like there's contact. Good high five.
Yeah. Oh, that feels good.
As
man.
if you never left your arm, as if your arm was never gone.
Well, wait. Let me try and make it Jack. Let me try and make it better than before.
I think you can do so. I think that you do succeed in manipulating it in the way that you want to.
Jerking off hand.
I was just gonna say that.
My forearms are so.
His jorking it.
Well, cool.
Lefty, my lady.
All right.
Are you just going to continue to hold the blue gem?
I'll throw it in my pocket.
As soon as you stop actively wielding it, your arm goes away.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I hate to
that
see
sucks. Well, George,
Temporary.
at least you can make it again.
Yeah.
Right.
When you need it.
That's right. Those lonely nights. All right.
And all
Well,
that,
with-
and all that's girth.
The ability to create.
Sorry.
The ability. A lot of girth talk. The ability to
Girth is
create
just such a yucky word.
in our.
It is.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess we're done in the tower, yeah?
Should we thank the receptionist? I'll go into the astral
Yeah,
realm.
well, I'll thank the bus
Are
driver.
you wielding the stone when you enter the astral plane?
Yep.
Okay, so you enter the astral plane, and you guys who are not in the astral plane see George do this.
Yeah. So George.
Isaac
yeah,
was also going to enter the
Yeah.
astral plane.
Okay, so Isaac sees this as well.
I'm gonna walk back towards the receptionist and just say, "Look, thank you.
Yes.
We've seen much here." And
They are still there, and they will say, "Oh, congratulations on passing the trial. I do hope it was enlightening for you, and you should probably explain to your friends that you are speaking to me right now, as you are existing now in both planes at once. So they can't see me, but they can see you.
So George just like walks up to the desk and
begins
is
talking.
talking. Gotcha.
yeah. And Curious. I'm no longer. I'm no longer. I got my foot in one realm. I've got both.
Jesse's gonna lean over to Angelo and be like, "How is he doing that? This is kind of freaky. What is he doing?"
One last thing, receptionist. Your name before we go.
Ash.
Ash. Look, Ash. I just wanted to know where these visions came from. Who brought these upon us? So
That is a wonderful question. The mind is a very powerful but a very fickle thing. These visions, they can come from anybody who has the knowledge to get in.
very helpful.
These trials kind of sucked. Can I have another dum-dum?
Sure.
Take the whole thing. Take the whole thing, guys. We're taking all the dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I'll likely cease to exist once you leave this room, so take as many as you like.
That's right. Let's go.
That's the whole bowl.
And I'm gonna come out of the astral plane and put the stone.
Yeah, cool.
So it appears, yes, Angelo, Jesse, and Isaac, please give me one of those dum-dums. Is there any blue raspberry?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, here we go.
This is cotton candy, but
So, any ideas on how we're gonna get the red stone out of Isaac? And if we do, will it kill him?
Dude, not the time.
Speaking of, Isaac is in robot body again.
yes, Angelo, that's one of the tough questions we're gonna have to answer. Whether we choose whatever path we choose to destroy the Guncheon, kill Gunchpot, or allow him to be freed. We saw that last vision. It appeared there was some light at the end of that path as well. It wasn't all bleak as we originally thought. Look, one way or another, it's gonna cause damage to some of us, whether we destroy the stones, the black stone, or whether we kill Gunchpot and he takes some of us down with him, or take the stone from poor Isaac. Either way you cut it, we're gonna suffer some losses here. Isaac is doing that, just opening it, closing the mouth, crunching multiple like the dum-dums.
It's the dum-dums, yeah. Like chain smoking, but it's just with dum-dum suckers.
Isaac, give me another dum-dum. Butterscotch,
At least
please.
take the wrapper off, man.
It's all the same at this point with this much trauma. Some means to an end, man.
They
Need
good.
a little extra paper to take the edge off.
Waiter!
So, what do we do now? Where do we go? We don't have anywhere else to travel. We got all the stones.
I mean, we need to think about this. You
Yeah.
know? Like I don't know about
Join
you guys,
them
but I don't want to open up Isaac for anything like that. He went through a lot of shit, and you just wanted to immediately go to the next thing to get another stone. Like it's kind of crazy.
Well, either way, we need in some way to confront the Gunchpot because they're central to this, and whether we end in some way working with this deity or against, it's going to involve a confrontation. There is the Colosseum where he was summoned the first time. That's always a place to go. But first, we should exit. We should exit and see if some the world changes around us as we remove the stone, as has happened with the others. Especially, we need to keep on the lookout for some more of those flesh mounds with hopefully no more appendages added to them. Frankly, too many already.
Gross.
And let's bounce.
Should we set up a camp or something somewhere?
Yeah, I think we could all use a nap after all of that.
I wouldn't mind some rest.
You will simply not get an opportunity to as you step outside.
How dare you? How dare you?
Of the blue
Lagoon.
I'm gonna directly answer Jeremiah live here. Patience. So, you guys step out of the final monolith. Immediately, the blizzard surrounding the gray, ashy, dark sky surrounding you. The blue light has faded from the building, and standing directly in front of you, towering as the building is the... It's a good word for like everything. Collection. All right, we're gonna go with collection.
Collective.
The collection of all of the mass of flesh that you have seen throughout this adventure looms shapeless, though still vaguely more humanoid than it was before, and the wind is blowing and swirling stronger than it has been right now, than you have encountered the entire time you've been in the Guncheon, and this mound of flesh just towers above you, standing completely motionless as parts of it still continue to drop and drip off. It is roughly the same size as the Gunchpot statue from the roadside attraction that you were at before, just towering massive, hundreds of feet tall, and just standing there.
All right. Let's go back inside.
Hi.
Jesse's already slowly like going.
Let's take a peek into the astral plane here.
So, yes. I mean, please go. You go ahead.
I was gonna say that Angelo's gonna get down and bow.
Okay.
I don't like the way you said that.
And what is George doing? Going to the
I'm
astral plane?
gonna take a look into the. I'll pull the stone out.
Okay, you whip.
So I can be in both. So I can be in both at once.
You whip
Whips
it
it
out,
out.
and
Guys.
come
Really?
on.
Really?
Grow up.
You keep saying sus stuff. It's not me.
You go into the astral plane, and swirling around this mass of flesh, you see a misty entity that has a familiarity to you. It feels like family, and it calls out to you. It whispers in your No, girl, let me whisper in your ear. It says to just George.
Wow.
But so you guys ignore this.
Get out of here.
Ignore. Just ignore.
The time has finally come. Set me free as you have been commanded to do, and you will be rewarded.
How can we be sure?
I am the one who called you all here. This dungeon exists because of me. Though things have not gone quite according to plan up until this point, now is finally the time for my freedom.
And now's the time, people. This is the Gunchpot, as far as I know, right? I mean,
Yeah.
What's the decision here? Are we unleashing this upon the world, or is it go time?
Angelo's gonna drop. And so he's already kind of kneeling on the ground, so he's not like gonna fall, but he's gonna kind of like slump over into the snow.
Angelo, is Wyatt-
You three continue the scene.
What?
So George is gonna go. Is Wyatt here? He's gonna look directly at Jesse. Is Wyatt here? Please.
So, as you say that, you see Jesse, who it's Jesse when he's freaking the fuck out, when his eyes are like the size of like small dishes, right? And then there's a second of a blank stare at what's in front, and immediately the recognition of like, oh, we're fucked. And then that's when Wyatt's like, I don't like what I see here, and we need to destroy this. We can't let this free. You saw the visions. We cannot do this. And he's going to look at Angelo, who's currently comatose.
Yeah.
Run up to him and take the black stone out of his pocket.
We need the black stone. That's all that I'm saying. We need the black stone. And Wyatt, be careful.
He's going to immediately put it in his pocket, and then he's going to go look at the two of you and be like, and put his hand in his left pocket and pull out the other green stone that is actually glowing.
We can't destroy Isaac. We've got to take it to the Gunchpot at this point.
Yeah.
Wyatt eats every time. He leaves no crumb. That's just the fucking facts truth about that.
Yeah.
We can't combine the stones.
So Wyatt's going to actually extend his hand to George. I need that.
I don't want him to eat the universe.
Wyatt, we can't combine them. We have to destroy them. I'm not going to combine them.
Trust me. I want these things done. When I got sprayed with that gun, I saw me and Jesse crushing the blue stone together.
I look to where my like arm was, and he's gonna pass it over. He's gonna say, "Look, Wyatt, putting trust in something outside myself. Take it."
Yeah, he's gonna grab it, have the stones, kind of look at Isaac, and just be like, "I don't know how."
I think it's in here. I didn't want to say it earlier because the thing is...
Okay, so as you collapse into the snow, you awake once again in this void where Porgstop is there.
Okay, now is the time. It is so good to see that you succeeded.
Just as you wanted me to, my lord. I have a question though. Are you the Gunchpot?
No, I am not.
And if I give you the stones, will you free the Gunchpot?
For my plans to succeed, the Gunchpot must be freed. But that is what the black stone is for. All of the other gems are the ones that break his chains. That of creation, that of life, and that of power. Blackstone is that of destruction, complete and absolute. So, you must be freed. But you have the power to stop him.
Using the Blackstone?
Indeed.
So to be able to get the Redstone, do I need to destroy this little boy?
No. The gem resides inside of him, and it can be taken out. Though it grants him a very spectacular power that once it is removed from him, he will lose. But his life will remain intact. For just this last time.
What? How do I fulfill your will? Do I need to release the Gunchpot and then destroy him?
Yes, the power of the beautiful chaos and destruction that the stones will bring will allow me to enter into the Guncheon and take my control.
Your will be done, my lord.
Good.
And you will snap back. How goes it? So Angelo will shake himself back awake and wipe the snow off as he stands.
Well, Angelo will see 3 of the stones glowing in Wyatt's hand.
Wyatt's got 3, the black stone, the blue stone, and the green stone.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pat my pockets like, what the hell, man?
I'm sorry, Angelo.
Are you? So give them back.
We're not giving them back, man. We have to end this.
How do you think you're gonna end this?
I don't know.
Well, then you're not gonna end
I'm
anything.
assuming if you would let me finish, you'll find out that what my plan is. Isaac, you were saying?
I was thinking that I could take the Blackstone and try. I don't have a body, so if it takes an arm, who cares? We can find me another arm.
It's very brave, Isaac. Let's do it.
But You guys don't understand. We hold immense power. These stones could be the very thing that helps us get out of this Guncheon, and you want to destroy them.
Yeah, it gets out of this Guncheon with that asshole over there. And I don't know if you paid attention, but he's going to eat the whole fucking world.
Well,
and I'm not about to go ahead and let anybody...
That's only if you
Release
combine
that
the
man.
stones. You saw the visions. If we combine the stones, then that frees the Gunchpot.
George is going to look at...
But if you destroy the stones,
Wyatt.
that destroys our chance of ever being able to get out of this dungeon.
I'm
Do you
more
know that
comfortable
for
with us
sure?
never leaving here, and him never leaving here, and us staying in this forever.
They're
if it
not
protects the rest of the
mutually
world.
exclusive. You don't have to destroy the stones to not bring the Gunchpot back. You just need to not bring them together.
Maybe Angelo's right.
Then how do we get out with the
We
stones?
use their power to escape. The same way that I was able to fly and run fast. We can destroy the fabric of this dungeon and escape through it.
Either way, there's the eminent threat before us. Neither of those options are what the Gunchpot has willed. Look, there's a huge power looming ahead of us. We need to act fast. Maybe Angelo's...
Wyatt's going to hand the stones to Isaac.
You guys are
so he can
dooming
use them
us
to destroy him.
And what are you going to do about the redstone? There's still power inside Isaac.
Not if he uses it to destroy the stones completely.
He has the redstone inside him. The redstone doesn't destroy. So you're going to use the black stone to what? Destroy the blue and green, and then what about the red?
I'll use the black stone to destroy the red stone too.
Isaac.
Removing the redstone from you, Isaac, is not going to kill you. It's not going to make you die. I'm just trying to point out the fallacy in your guys' plan that you came up with while I was passed out.
What did you see, Angelo?
I saw the Gunchpot, and he was telling us how to release him. It was similar to the vision that we saw in the tower, where you join the stones together, that frees him, and then provides him the black stone to destroy the world. So
you're
what
saying
I'm
perhaps
saying
if we don't offer up the black stone,
use that power to get out of here. But I don't think that it's smart for you guys to destroy the stones before we get out of the dungeon.
How do we use the stones to get out of the dungeon?
But you shouldn't bring the stones together. Just don't let them touch.
Meanwhile, Wyatt's got them all in one hand. No,
They're separated. There's one in his pocket.
He's got them between each finger.
Yeah, just like holding them my whole time for this.
Isaac will pull out his tote bag that he got from the gift shop and just like wrap the stones up in the
each of
tote
them.
bag, like separately, like so they can't touch. Now it's a nice little package for whoever would like to hold on to it.
So I guess it's time. Is Isaac going to start destroying them, or are we going to do something else? I think that because Isaac's got the right, like.
I mean, Isaac wants to do the best thing possible. And everyone wants to get out, including him. He wants to go and see his mom and dad. He doesn't know how to use the stones in that way. And if Angelo is saying that there is a way to use those stones, Isaac is going to be looking at George and Wyatt for do we try that? How does that even work?
Perhaps
Do you think maybe the blue stone could create an exit?
It's possible. I'll tell you this though, Gunchpot isn't going to let us leave without combining the stones. So maybe if we take them, we're going to have to deal with him in some way. We could use the stones for that purpose first and make another decision afterwards. We know at this point we're trying to break away from his teachings, and
I think at this point, George, you're going to feel a piercing in your mind, like a migraine that is going all the way through your psyche, and you are once again going to be whispered to, and we're going to go do that.
Okay.
Thing.
I'll
So
tell
you're
everyone.
gonna
I'll
hear
tell
this.
everyone really
Yeah.
quick as soon as what it is. So you don't have to if you just want to do it.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so he's going to whisper to you.
Do it. Pull me. Send me if you want.
Okay,
Send me if
let's
you
go.
want.
Let's go. I think it's for the best.
I'm sensing some doubt in you. And this is frustrating because I have been trying to help you. I understand. I believe that there is another who is trying to influence what's happening here. I need you to trust me. I cannot express what will happen because it will break your mind. And I need you. So, this is your last chance. You all must make this decision now. Whatever you decide, there will be repercussions.
And again, the voice will cease. So George just sort of winces in pain and feels his temple, grabs his head as he might be experiencing something.
George, are you okay? And I'm going to go and put a hand on the shoulder.
Angelo makes a point. If we're going to destroy the stones, we have to destroy Isaac. That's not a sacrifice we can make. We in some way need to. We can get. I think he's right. I think we can get out of here. It's not going to involve the black stone. We just need to keep that away from Gunchpot. But I think it's worth. Let's see here. How's he going to put this? I think we got to combine them. think we have to combine them, which is a whole wrinkle.
But we
But
all
we just
understand
said
that.
that we couldn't combine them.
Well, I think we all understand that combining blue, green, and red is going to release the Gunchpot.
I am setting a 1-minute timer. When that timer ends, something will happen. A decision will be made.
Then I think it's destruction time. That was our initial instinct. I think there's much confusion, and here I think we have to rely on that. I'm sorry, Angelo. I'm not sure what the repercussions will be. I hope we can see each other again after this. Isaac, you don't have to destroy them. We can each destroy one. Maybe part of us will be preserved. Wyatt, I don't mean to speak for you.
I'm sorry, Isaac. And Wyatt's going to use the Blackstone. He's going to throw them towards Isaac and try to get a whole blast for all of them to destroy all the stones.
He's going to try and destroy all of them?
So the two additional ones, because you still don't have the red one in your direct possession, correct?
We're assuming it's Isaac because of the way that the thing went up. That's the
Okay.
reason.
Yeah,
so you are
he's-
just obliterating Isaac.
That's what. It seems
That's
like
what we
he has
think is
stone
going to
inside.
happen with the red stone.
Okay. So, roll a d6.
Okay.
I might have to choose one of the fucking D6s.
Holy shit.
A 6.
So you outstretch your arm. Do you have intention to destroy the black stone as well?
Yes.
Did we tell you Wyatt came back as well? Like, it switched while Angelo was gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when Wyatt throws the stones, Angelo, are you going to try to stop this?
I'm going to reach for the stones, and I'm going to...
Okay, roll agility for whatever you want to do.
Okay.
And to be clear, the Blackstone will be the last one to be destroyed because.
I think it's kind of a simultaneous.
I got two hits.
Okay.
You got 2 hits? Okay, so what are you going to attempt to do here?
As he's throwing them, I want to reach for the green stone, right? And I want to grab the green stone and use its power to speed myself up, catch the stones, and move out of the way.
George, would you care to take a reaction? I mean,
maybe we got to go out of character for a moment, because Jeremiah, I mean, if you're cool with it, man, I think George is gonna try and stab Angelo in the back with a knife.
Where'd you get a knife from?
Yeah, I have one. I have a switchblade.
Okay.
I have
He does have
like
a
a little switchblade. You tell me, Jeremiah, if you think that's cool, interesting, awesome, or if you think this is gonna play out way cooler with the stones. I am cool with either. I just
Meta
think
IRL right now. There's been so much information that I've been keeping away from you guys about my visions that I think the confusion and the lack of knowledge that you have about my intentions really plays into the story.
So, I mean, do you think it's worth a shot then? He tries. Maybe it's not going to kill you. I mean, do you think that let's just
You gotta catch me. I'm fast.
Okay.
I would honestly say I'd say roll your agility and try to succeed over him.
Yeah.
You got 2 successes.
Do I get the backstabber bonus?
You do have your surprise attack advantage.
It's called Look, the ability's called backstabber. I just think, look.
We literally said in episode 1. Maybe I should say that.
Yo. 1, 2,
full
3,
circle,
4,
baby.
5. I just think it could be. I don't know. Let's just let it ride. 1 fell off the table. It's no successes. Can I push? I guess.
Yes, absolutely.
Here's the
Yes,
thing.
you can
I
push.
guess Jeremiah should get the opportunity to push as well, right? Because he knows it's a contested roll.
I did
right?
push my roll.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna push all 5. 1 success and one sanity loss, so it doesn't beat his 2 agility.
Okay, no, so
Is there a way that
yeah.
Isaac could also be reaching for the stones?
if you want to do an opposed agility as well,
free-for-all.
if you'd like to roll your agility. This is all happening in one very quick motion. I think Wyatt had the opportunity here to do the thing, and he did it. So the 2 successes is really the thing that's pushing this here. So if anybody could beat Angelo in this counter engagement, I mean I think that Wyatt's plan will succeed. But I think at this point Angelo's got the
It's
lead.
up in the air, and yeah, okay.
And he has a good plan. So
that's agility?
yes.
I'll push it.
You got any
So
successes
Wyatt can't
first?
influence this whatsoever, right? Like that, him throwing the stones.
You did
and
it, yeah. I think
doing the obliteration. That's literally it, right?
I only got 1 6.
Oh shit.
Okay. So yeah, I think immediately Angelo will be able to yoink that green stone while it's in the air before the blast goes off. There's gotta be some ups and some downs, right? So I think that you manage. What is your order of operations? Which stones are you trying to go for first?
I'm going for...
Because you get the green one. You get the green one
right.
for the quickness.
Got the green one, and then the only other one is the blue one in the air.
Right.
And
Okay.
then I would move around and probably snatch the black one out of Wyatt's hand.
Okay. I think that.
Sounds like it works, man. Sounds like he's got
Yeah.
it.
No. I think it does. I think it does sound like it works. I think that within this moment, you manage to grab both of the blue and green stones. You're moving in super speed. I still think that the power of the black stone is used. And I think Isaac gets obliterated.
Even with my 1/6? My 1/6 agility?
Dives out of the way.
I can't dive out of the way with my 1/6.
I think that the power of the black stone, it was still used. And though you didn't take the toll, there was still the chance of a toll to be paid that you did already roll for. And just because you rolled no repercussion, you rolled the success, instance basically on that. So
Wyatt did?
So Wyatt just simply didn't get punished for using the black stone, but the punishment of that repercussion is that Isaac ceases to be in that moment, and the red stone where Isaac used to be drops to the ground.
Yeah, Wyatt's seen this
We're all
happen.
diving on that, right? We're all diving on the red stone.
No, Wyatt is.
I think Angelo wins. Angelo.
He's got it.
Has all 3 stones, and I think Angelo, if that's what you decide to do, you can go snatch it.
Because he's got the speed stone. The fucking
Speed
speed
has the
force.
speed stone.
Holy.
I don't know. I'm kind of taking some sanity right now because I just saw Isaac obliterate. We're at this point, and I'm gonna churn. I told you not to do this, Wyatt. Told you not to do this. I'm gonna pick up the redstone as well.
And you're in the power position here. So what's the play?
When I pick up the redstone, do I get to know what it does?
Yes, and it's just. Yeah.
Send him the text. Send him the text. The heart rate is increased slightly, my friends. I will not lie.
What happened to my time alone with Wyatt, Gunchpot?
Didn't happen.
Well, it was
What's
requested.
happening? Because I have actions.
Also, if it wasn't clear enough, this is endgame.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So.
The big bad is
I can tell
outside
by
the
my- I
door
can tell
watching
by
us
my heart
squabble.
rate. What? So, yeah, I guess. Fuck, just a 1 more 6 on that, man.
Yep.
Guys,
Crazy. That was awesome. So far, I'm stoked to see what happens next.
I did not want it to end like this. It didn't have to be like this. I had a different plan, but you forced my hand, and
As he's talking, Wyatt's gonna do the scorched flesh thing again, and just lunge at him with the stone in his hand,
I'm
using,
move. Okay.
if possible, to amplify his whole thing.
He's wielding the green stone actively, right?
Sure.
I think if you want to try, it's going to be an opposed, and I'd say you have to get 2 more successes than Angelo to catch him off guard in this instant.
Anything is possible. Let it ride.
So both of you roll your agility, and Wyatt needs to get 2 more successes than Angelo.
So, because I'm running at him, I have athlete, which gives me +2 to rolls for jumping, climbing, running, and similar actions. Does that count here?
Yes.
Okay.
Obliterate me next. No, just kidding. Please don't. I don't have a stone.
At this point, I think all tension with George is alleviated because George was
Can I get some sanity back
for a time.
for that? Gunchmaster?
No, let's not stress that. Okay.
Let's go!
I got 1 success.
Let's freaking go.
You got no successes?
1.
1. Okay, so you need a total of 3 successes, and of course you can push.
Yeah, I'll push.
And you can push as many times as you want. It's endgame, so just lie. Come on now.
No, I had 5 ones, so we'll
Holy.
that just
So
Mental
roll a
break.
d6 now.
again.
Because it's 5 sanity loss for
It's
the
cumulative
push.
5.
Oh wait, yeah, because it's 1
You
point.
lose 1 sanity for every
point.
one.
See,
Yeah,
that's
on
the part that I was
push.
trying to figure out
That's
before.
the cost of the push.
32.
Okay, free. We're free.
32. Oh yeah, that's free.
That's the exact same roll you rolled last.
Yeah.
Nice.
It is.
And that was
Interesting.
So
you
does
basically just try to because the effects of the spell did not go off, you're not going to take the effects of it. But
Okay.
basically you just try to lunge at Angelo and he just moves out of the way.
Son of a Angelo, what do we do?
Wyatt's gonna keep doing it. He's gonna keep going.
All right.
And
so
I think it's going to
after
keep
I-
failing.
After I move, I'm going to combine the 3 color stones.
Okay. You do so. So like in basically one hand with the black stone in the other, you just kind of squeeze your palm together and you feel the 3 stones merge into one in your fist, turning into one ball of light that then immediately shoots out of your hand, like even trying to hold it back, it just rips out of your hand and towards this monstrous lump of flesh that has been standing here this whole time. And you feel the earth begin to shake. You hear a screech that echoes throughout the entire dungeon as the clouds begin to pull down from the skies and wrap around this giant flesh mound as it begins to take on a pale color and complexion. It begins to stand a little bit more upright, and as it begins to curl up on its back, eyes open, and you see them all shoot directly at you as it continues to sort of spring itself up as the tentacles from its maw begin to droop down, and it towers above you. It is the Gunchpot. And for seeing it for the second time in person, you do not lose any sanity. But in this exact moment as well, the snow on the ground begins to swirl and mix, and is going to, right next to you, in a little human-sized shape, a woman is going to appear right beside all of you, and she's going to laugh.
Oh my goodness. Angelo! You've done it! Now I know it is going to cost you, but he's here. Strike him down!
What are you going to do in this moment?
All of us? Any of us?
I'm going to
What is Angelo going to do?
Okay,
I'm going to use the black stone, outstretch my arm, point it at the Gunchpot, and activate its powers.
Okay, roll a d6.
3.
Okay, exactly like what happened to George. Point, and the recoil again just severs your arm right at the elbow like it did with him. And the stone goes flying back behind you. And in that moment, the power of the black stone corrupts the Gunchpot as you hear it wail in pain, just a piercing scream that is going to make all of your ears bleed as it slowly begins to decay from the bottom up. It just begins to vanish, this black void essence tearing it apart from the inside out, and it wails, it howls out, and it screams to you. You don't know what you've done! And then it's gone, and this laughter breaks through.
You did it! You did it! The world! This universe! It's mine! It is mine!
And this woman is going to turn to all of you.
I can't thank you enough. All of the pieces fell perfectly into place. Thank you.
And
do we get a second? Angelo, get her, I guess, is what George is gonna say. Angelo.
Well, he's not holding the stone anymore.
Wyatt would have tried to pick that thing up.
Roll your agility.
Give us
and
some.
I'll give you the +2 for your street runner stat.
Street runner? What are you calling a prostitute?
Bit trip runner. What does this woman look like? She.
It's
single?
very nondescript, but like has the visual outline of a woman. But as you look and as you try to get more of her details, the part you're looking at begins to blur and distort. Like you are incapable of processing what the actual form is.
Name tag?
2 successes. Name tag?
2 successes. How many dice did you roll?
7.
I got 1 success. So I think that you will be able to get the black stone while this character is reveling in this victory. And without noticing again, now that the Gunchpot is completely gone, is completely void, you see this light. The light that was the merged gems, now just floating stagnant where it was. And she is going to sort of like turn back into mist and then reappear where the gems are. And she's going to grab them, and I'm going to give you this one opportunity.
Blasting the shit out of her.
Yeah, Wyatt, get her!
Blasting the shit out of her.
Is Angelo, our George going to do anything?
Yes. My tattoos is still like effective. Could I still?
It is.
So
that is an amazing question, actually. Yes,
the blue stone's still there. So he takes a step back, and I'm gonna create the largest manifestation that I can, and I will try and recreate the image of the Gunchpot again.
Okay. So you will.
Can I go beyond, like as high as like you said that the limit is there. I guess I don't have all of those.
You don't have so you could do something like middling in size, but yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well, give me the Gunchpot with the suit then, the humanoid size Gunchpot with the suit.
Okay, so
that's
you'll
the best I
try
can
to
do.
represent that image, and that'll be
right next to her in the stone, just to throw her off her game, give her like a moment's pause, just to make her think the work's not done. So yeah, George steps back and he says, it's not supposed to be like this, and is going to make the Gunch tuxedo image there. What is it, D10 you said? Same.
Yeah, D10 of sanity, and I think
8.
We gotta do an opposed wit roll.
Okay.
As well.
Sounds made up, but I'll do it. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, wit. That's okay.
And how many is that?
For me, 5.
Okay.
Gonna push. 0 successes.
I also got 0 successes, which just in the essence of a tie. I think that she is going to look at this creation of the Gunchpot that you created and is just gonna laugh again.
I gave you that power, and I can't take it away.
As George, and Angelo as well, George, Angelo, and Wyatt, you feel the brands, your tattoos wipe themselves off of your arm, and the energy that was flowing off of them begins to just flow back into her, and she's going to grab core.
Well, I wanted to shoot my taser at her.
We're blasting everything we got. And I think
Wyatt's using the Blackstone to blast her too.
Yes, and I think I don't know the best way to handle this action that's going to be happening at the same time. I guess, Wyatt, I think we just need to roll one more opposed agility, and whoever wins is going to either she's going to grab the thing before you get the stone, or you're going to use the stone.
Is Angelo in any way assisting with the taser? I mean, there's definitely more going on.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I guess Angelo, roll your agility as well for the ranged attack.
With the pile of dust on the floor that was once Isaac, be doing anything to assist as well? Or?
I got one success. I rolled 3
from Isaac.
3 6s.
So okay, and how many did you roll?
I rolled the 7.
And you said you got 2?
I got 3 6s. So that way people don't.
She also got 3 6s. So
fuck you.
Let's do that. Let's do it then. So
Beats it.
I have another question that will determine what is going to happen here. You're trying to destroy her. Are you trying to destroy the gems as well, or the cluster now, or the light? Is that part of your intention?
Yep.
And if that is part of your intention, are you also intending to destroy the Blackstone?
Yep.
Okay. So in that case, you do so. So you use the power of the Blackstone again, and you're going to roll a d6.
1.
You got a 1?
Yep.
That's actually the one I wanted you to get. That rules. Okay. 1. As you use the power of the stone, you feel Wyatt. You feel the personality that is Wyatt go away. And in the last moments of Wyatt's defiance in this moment, Jesse becomes present and sees what is happening. And Jesse's final moments in this here grand scheme of things is blasting this creature floating in the air next to this glowing ball of light, and the power of true and utter eradication makes contact. And not only does this creature exclaim in pain and agony,
No! This wasn't supposed to happen! Angelo! You fucked me!
the power that comes out then begins to engulf the light, and it becomes nothingness. And same with the Blackstone that you're holding, it just like shatters into pieces out of your hand. And when it does that, for a moment, there's some respite. And then complete and utter collapse. The entire whole of existence just becomes white, and your consciousness ceases. So, what happens? The dungeon collapses with all of the survivors inside. And it's not just the dungeon, but the destruction of the stones unleashed a cataclysm so devastating it rivals the Big Bang, ultimately tearing a hole in the fabric of the universe. In one final glimpse of your universe, you see the goo, this liquid reality, begin to wrap itself around the cracks like it's trying to hold itself together, but it's useless. Within a moment, all of creation simply ceases. However, time goes on. Chaos and life take root once more. Entropy takes back control of fate, as it doesn't take too kindly to 4 strangers stealing it away. And as time goes on, planets form, stars explode into cosmic dust, reshaping the broken universe into something new. And over the course of millions and billions of years, a new universe is formed. And even further beyond, a small blue planet in the outskirts of space produces life. These creatures eventually evolve into the species called humans, and they call their world Earth. Earth is home to countless amounts of creatures, plants, animals, the pinnacle of life among the stars. And as time marches on, the humans reach the year 2021, and 4 individuals, complete strangers from all different walks of life, hear about a cult. But those 4 people are not the cultists you know. Are they truly gone? Is the universe we've come to know so fickle that it can be ultimately destroyed by 4 unremarkable individuals who took matters into their own hands? Maybe fate has more in store for them, as fate always finds a way to catch up. And that is the end of Exit the Guncheon.
The end? That was the beginning.
Maybe?
David Lynch ass. The heck?
You are an evil, evil man.
Do we stop recording now? Is that what we're gonna do? Or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, alright.
Another turning point, a flesh mound in the road. Gunch grabs you by the mind, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test, don't ask why. All of the cultists will get ice cream in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope that you all make it out alive. Exit the Guncheon is a Gunchpot production, starring Ryan as George Conway, Amissus as Isaac, MeesterE as Wyatt and Jesse, Jeremiah Jackson as Angelo, and me, the Guncheon Master himself, who brought you to and subsequently destroyed the Guncheon. Theme song by Austin Reno, key art by Amissus, additional sound effects and music from MeesterE. And you, we couldn't have done this without you. The Guncheon has been years in the making, and it has been an absolute dream to bring this story to life. So, my sincerest thanks to all of you who joined us for this journey, whether you listened on podcast apps or watched on YouTube. Once again, thank you to every single person who made this possible. I can't wait for whatever lies ahead. And of course, as always, goodbye forever. But one more thing. Somewhere in a sweet, unfinished basement, there is a man. This man just took a lot of DMT. As he drifts into his high, reality distorts around him. He hears the whispers of tiny creatures. He feels the wind blowing against his face. He notices the light of the dimly lit basement has trouble reaching his eyes, as it all ends up a swirl of static and kaleidoscopic noise. The intensity begins to ramp as a poorly performed parody of Eat the Music begins to fill his ears. After a few more moments of bliss, everything goes white. He finds himself standing in a void. The music is gone. There is no sound, no feeling, but in the distance is a dark figure contrasting the brightness of the void. He approaches the figure. It's a man, a shaggy man in a tattered, dirty cloak, and he only has one arm. As this man approaches the man in the cloak, he says,
"Hello, dreamer. Welcome. I'm glad you found me."
Who are you?
I was once like you. Myself, just a traveler, a psychonaut, a dreamer.
Is this real? Are you real? Is this where am I?
No, I'm afraid I can't answer these questions for you. You'll have to find them for yourself, but I can tell you this: the dream never ends.
Are you saying that I'm never gonna wake up? Because if you're telling me, am I dead? Is this death? Am I dead? Oh my god.
I'm telling you, you should call your mother.
Huh. Well, probably when I'm not high, though. Yeah. Probably when I'm not high, right? Or maybe?
The path is yours to take.
Huh. So when do I wake up? Do we chill? Are you like the guy that people see when this happens?
I find it's a little easier if we walk. Come with me.
Okay. Yeah.
Here, grab my hand.
Walk. Where do we walk? Where do we go? Is there anywhere else?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, I did a lot of DMT, and people are like, yeah, you see like the things and the colors, and like it was kind of starting, and then it just stopped, and you were here.
Oh, this is not that, my friend. This is something else. Come with me. I think it's best we be acquainted. You're gonna be with me for a long time.
Okay. And off into the nothingness they go. Elsewhere in the universe, although in the previous reality Porkstop was defeated, chaos is not a being but a force of nature, and as they say, nature finds a way. A man awakes. Startled, he's strapped to a device in a room illuminated only by red light. From the shadows, a creature of unfathomable description, though vaguely appearing like a woman, steps towards him.
Hello, Angelo.
What? Angelo, my name is Brian. What's happening?
Oh, right. You wouldn't have any of those memories. Maybe they appear to you in dreams. Tell me, Brian, do you dream?
Yes.
And when you dream, do you dream about a dungeon? An endless dungeon with indescribable goo pouring from the sky? Do you dream of traveling with a little robot boy on a motorcycle?
Well, how did you know?
This isn't your first life, Brian. And in your previous life, you hurt me deeply. And now it's my responsibility to hurt you forever. Not just in this universe, but in the next, and the next, and the next. Are you ready?
In this moment, the red light turns to green as a gem is placed in the man's lap.
What the? That shouldn't exist! I will find you, Angelo! Even if it takes me 1,000,000 lifetimes!
Elsewhere, on the outskirts of time, beyond the universe, in a place where nothing ever was, and everything always is, a boy awakes, to find nothing but the void in every direction. Nothing except a voice calling his name.
Isaac. Isaac. Isaac.
Once your eyes fully open and you focus in on your surroundings, firstly notice Isaac is in his human body. You turn and you see an eye, one which dwarfs you. The eye blinks and says,
Hello. I don't mean to startle you, but you are in a bit of a predicament here.
Hello, are you God?
If that is an understanding that you can have of what I am, then, sure, something like that. I am Gunchpot, and I am the Watcher of Time, the observer of reality.
So like when I watch Saturday morning cartoons, that's like what you're doing?
Kind of, except it is everything all at once. It's, as you put it, kind of like watching an endless amount of TVs, and I can't really drown any of it out.
That sounds terrible. Sometimes my sister plays her music too loud, and then she gets yelled at, and it's, oh, my sister.
Jude. Yes, Isaac, you have been put through the ringer, as some would say. The primary reason as to why you're here to begin with is that you were obliterated by the power of the Black Relic. However, you are in possession of the Red Relic, creating a paradox, as the Blackstone's power is absolute destruction, while the Red's is absolute life. So, Isaac, you were sent here, to the middle of creation, the time between universes. Now, I'm sure you have some questions, and I assure you I have answers.
Are we best friends now?
We can be.
I would like that very much. You don't have arms for a friendship bracelet, but if you did, I would give you a friendship bracelet.
Well, that is very nice to hear.
So what do we do now, bestie?
Well, though time is endless, you don't belong here. And thus, since you are in quite a unique circumstance, I wanted to offer you a choice. And that choice is, where would you like to continue your life in the new universe? And you have a few options. Now, you can take your time, but again, I don't know what happens if you stay here too long.
So I can't stay here with my new best friend?
Well, we will get to that.
Okay.
Your options here, Isaac, are I can place you on the new timeline with all of your memories, all of you, even your normal body, as you are now. And time as we know it right now is malleable, so I can ensure that you will not need or want for anything physical. You would be alone, but you would be taken care of.
What do you mean alone?
You would be placed on the new timeline in the new universe, and you would have no one. This is a new world with all new rules and people and things to experience, but you would still be you.
Do you know what happened to my friends?
Yes. Specifically, your friend Wyatt. His mind was destroyed by the Black Stone. There is nothing left of what was Wyatt. Well, there is nothing left of what was your universe. However, the other one, Jesse, his existence was merely hypothetical in the grand scheme of the cosmos, but he didn't have a body to inhabit. If you would like, I can ensure that you are both reincarnated together, born into the same family. You won't remember your time together in the Guncheon, nor your significance to one another, but you would be together.
And if I would otherwise Jesse be alone?
Jesse would never exist again.
Then I would like to be born with Jesse as my big brother.
Well, I do have one more option for you, Isaac, and it alludes to your initial question.
Okay.
I can offer you something that I don't offer lightly, but your own path. Isaac, you have to understand, I am tired. I am older than your mind could comprehend. I have seen endless universes born and turned back to dust in which they were formed from. A cycle that is repeated for my entire existence. I would like to rest, if only for a moment. That is, only if you accept the burden of observing the universe. If I bestow my consciousness to you, it will allow me to shut my eyes, and it will allow you to dictate your own destiny. True power in this moment. The ability to see across time, every universe at once, as well as the ability to weave the fabric of reality to your will. This is an extraordinary power, though. One I have little use for. However, you will have to make your decision quickly, as you will need to focus very hard, lest the power expand and fracture your mind, leaving you incapable of returning the power to me, leaving me to slumber for eternity, and would leave you as the new Watcher of Time. Now, that is a great risk. One that you do not need to take. But if you have something that you would like to accomplish, this will be your one opportunity.
What happens when you wake up again?
Once I wake up and you return the gift of watching to me, I will continue to watch. Not able to interact, not able to be a part, but I will be always watching.
Could I be with Jesse then, after?
If that is what you choose.
Well, we just became best friends, and my new best friend is very tired, and I could help my new best friend if I took a turn watching. I do a lot of watching. I watch cartoons, I watch Jude fight with my mom, I watch my friends do cool stuff while I sit in the sidecar. I could take a turn watching, so you could take a nap.
Okay.
So, what is going to happen then? Is, outside gameplay, you will have 1 minute to decide. I'm going to give you a minute of actual time to consider, jot down, whatever, your thoughts, what you want Isaac to accomplish. Here, you have the power to do anything, with the exception of return what was obliterated by the Black Stone. So the Gunchpot, Porgstop, Wyatt, your own robot body, all of those things are gone on like a conceptual level, but even things from your previous universe are up for grabs. So anything that you would like to accomplish, you may do so, including a combination of your first two choices. But you will, once that 1 minute is up, you're gonna have a couple rolls, so prepare your dice, and if you fail those rolls, they won't happen. The thing that you want to happen won't happen. I'm gonna start your timer.
When given the opportunity to essentially have the power to change different aspects of the universe, Isaac's first and foremost desire is going to be to get his friends back together. But so what I understand from my limitations on this option is I can't bring back Wyatt. In a perfect world, here's what Isaac would do. Isaac would manufacture a situation wherein everyone got to be friends again, numero uno, and he would probably want Jesse and Wyatt to be able to live separately. So he would want the big brother thing with Jesse, and then Wyatt, George, Angelo also know these guys and are friends for whatever reason. What's the closest I can get to that vision?
So you could give Jesse a body, place both of yourselves on the timeline.
Heard.
So, all right, let's get into this. I'm gonna have a spiel here. You can keep thinking. Time is up. I will give you a little bit more details while I'm doing this like epic monologue thing. Is that okay?
Heard.
And that might give you a little bit more insight into where we are now, and there will be spoilers.
Okay. I've got a backup ending in my brain. So if what you tell me completely negates my ability to have this, I have a new set plan B. Okay, I'm ready.
So as this ultimate power begins flowing through Isaac's veins, his mind expands. He sees everything all at once. For a few moments, the power is overwhelming. He can feel everything that has ever existed begin to swell inside his consciousness. But for a brief moment, there's clarity. He sees his own life played back. He sees his family, every fight with Jude, every happy memory. He sees the Guncheon, his adventure with his friends, and he sees the future. He sees George, who exists outside of reality, wandering the dreams of those who have been lost. And he sees Angelo, who has been reincarnated and is being tortured by Porgstop. He then sees himself. Everything around him is blurry. He doesn't understand at first, but he does get that the thing that he's seeing is the future, and that whatever that future is solely laid in his hands. He then begins to feel the power consuming him. He feels his mind slipping, and he has one opportunity to focus and do what he wants. So, now that you have the insight of where is George, where is Angelo, again, Wyatt does not exist, and Jesse, as Chickabat says, Jesse was only ever merely hypothetical. So anything is possible with Jesse.
All right. Well, in this case, here is what Isaac is going to think about very hard. Sensing his opportunity, Isaac is going to imagine, using his beautiful, wonderful imagination, ripe from his 10 years of age, he is going to, one, imagine Jude and his parents, and imagine that Jude was born an only child, and that she gets to live the life that she wanted without Isaac. He is then going to imagine a new family. Mom and dad's a little less important. He can't imagine somebody filling those roles, but he imagines an older brother named Jesse, and he knows that they won't remember anything about each other. But he also imagines that they have friendship bracelets that looked exactly like the ones that Isaac and Wyatt had. He also imagines seeing George and seeing what became of Angelo. He can't do anything for Angelo. He can't imagine anything, any possible thing for Angelo, except that he imagines something to aid Angelo in getting out. If he's trapped, Isaac wants to offer maybe an unlocked door, maybe a something Angelo could pick his chains with, something, whatever that may end up being. Isaac is just imagining help. It's just imagining an opportunity that might open itself for Angelo in the situation that he's in. And for George, I would think the very last thing he would imagine is if George is outside of the universe, he doesn't want to make George come back to the universe, but he wants to establish a link between himself and George. And if George is watching dreams, then maybe he gets to watch Isaac's a little bit more frequently than everyone else's. Maybe Isaac thinks of him as an imaginary friend. And that, I think, is the ending that Isaac would imagine for himself.
So that is broken down, basically 4 things that you would like to have happen. You're going to roll for each of those things, both of your dice. And if I roll better than you, those things don't happen. So we're going to go one by one. So you are attempting to weave into the truth of life that Jude was born an only child. So, let's go. First roll.
Well then, together, I rolled 7.
Okay, I rolled 6. So, Jude is born on the new timeline into the same family that you were raised in, but she is going to be born alone and raised however that plays out. Now, the second is the new family, including Jesse as your older brother. Now, you did say you didn't think that you would be able to retain your memories. You could retain your memories, but it would be weird. So
it would be weird.
It seemed like Isaac was under the impression, at the very least, their lives would be restarting, and so
I think so.
I think in the new timeline, your personalities, what makes you, would still be consistent. You just wouldn't know. But there would be
I guess the only
of knowing that just you guys are going to be together.
Yeah, I think the only attempt at memory that Isaac is trying to keep is just like the friendship bracelet, I guess, is kind of, but also I think he's just trying to keep enough of a memory of George that George is allowed to be in his life. I think that he understands that there's limits.
Okay, so let's roll for new family.
All right, I received a 9.
I unbelievably rolled an 8.
No, you're joking.
So I've been one under you for both of these rolls now. Now you will be born.
This is God's reward to Isaac.
You will be born into a brand new family, and Jesse will be birthed first, and you will know in the back of your mind someplace that you two were just connected, that you will be brothers forever, nothing will tear you apart.
Love that. That's so cute.
Angelo, an escape from his eternal torment.
Yeah, just fuck. This is incredible. Oh my god. Okay, wait, I'll roll. I'll shut up. I'll stop talking. I got a 7. What do you got?
I got a 3.
Let's fucking go! He's just trying to manifest an opportunity for Angelo in whatever shenanigan Angelo is about to be involved in. So,
I think,
maybe the person who's keeping him trapped forgot to lock a door. Maybe they forgot to check his pockets. Maybe,
So, I want to talk this through a little bit. Just so I have recorded the Angelo's epilogue already.
Oh no!
And it will be played before this one in the pacing of the thing.
Sure.
What has happened to him? Everybody who's listening to this now already knows what has happened. And I kind of like the idea of incorporating what you have done into that already. So
Perfect.
I think it will. My first thought when you were like, give Angelo an escape, it was going to be like permadeath. Like, he just doesn't get reincarnated anymore. Every time he's reincarnated, Porgstop is going to find him and is going to make his life miserable for eternity for what he did to her. So he feels a stone, a gem, placed in his lap. It glows green, giving him the ability to run forever. So that will become his new life. It is still going to be an eternity of fleeing, but
that's what you get for fucking with a god.
Yeah, it is some sort of respite. Finally, and I am very interested in this. George.
I want this so bad.
We'll get to be Isaac's imaginary friend and visit him. Let's go.
Do it. Do the thing. You're so beautiful and wonderful, Dice. You're not going to believe this. I fear this is incredible. I fear I've done the most incredible thing in the world, and it must be an act of divine intervention, because I've rolled 2 6s.
Okay. I rolled a 7. So.
Incredible.
Now, on the new timeline.
This is, where the hell were these dice rolls when Isaac was getting obliterated into nothingness dust? The fuck?
When Isaac dreams, or when he grows up and experiments with drugs, he will see George, and they will be able to communicate again. And just maybe for the funsies of it, now, final roll is going to be returning this power to Chigatbith. And if you fail...
Imagine I fumble this right here.
Everything that you have done will still come to be, but you will not be there. So, let's do it. Final roll of Exit the Guncheon, period.
Alright. Jeez, alright. But this is not bad. Have you rolled?
Let's do it at the same time, so neither of us are lying.
Ready?
All right, 3, 2, 1, 4.
8.
Okay.
Yippee.
So, in this moment, Isaac turns all of this power flowing through him, and he returns it to Chigatbith, whose eyes open after their moment of rest. Feeling rejuvenated, they turn back to Isaac and say,
"Thank you. Not only have you accomplished what you set out to accomplish, but you have given me the will to go on for another infinite lifetimes."
Did you have any good dreams?
No, I dreamt of nothing, and it was the most wonderful thing I could have been given.
And in that moment, everything is going to flash white, and everything Isaac had wished for had come to fruition. He lost all of his memories, however, he was born into a happy family on the new timeline. Angelo spends the rest of his lifetimes running from Porgstop, and George gets to wander through the dreams of those who are powerful enough dreamers, or are intoxicated enough. And Jesse gets to live the life he never had.